Hello, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create a blog using Google Blogger. Before you can use Google Blogger, you will need a Gmail or Google account. Now we will provide you with a Google account, so we will give you a Gmail address and a password. When your teacher's given you that, you need to make sure you've gone to the Google homepage, www.google.co.uk, and there is a sign in option there. So I'm going to click sign in, and on this page you need to type in your new Google email address and your password. So just do that. Okay, and now I'm signed in. Nothing's changed except my email address is at the top there, and if you look along the top you've got a black toolbar with some features that you can access, and what we're going to do is go to the more option, click the arrow and select Blogger. I'll click Blogger and I'm into the screen to set up a Google blog. Now you may come to a screen which asks you if you want to set up a Google Plus account, or if you want to skip that. Just skip that and it will take you to this screen. So this is my kind of blog home screen, and I need to click new blog to create my new blog. So I click that button there. It tells you that your account is managed by Finn and Park, that's fine. And I need a title for my blog. Now remember, this is going to be a blog you are going to use to help you with your coursework on your BTEC ICT course. So you need to give it a sensible name that describes the kind of blog it is. So I'm going to call it my BTEC blog, and your blog will have a unique web address on the World Wide Web. So here's where you set that up, and it's a good idea to use your title and perhaps part of your name as well. So I would put in John my BTEC, even better, John B, my BTEC blog.blogspot.com. When I've done that, I can then choose the template that I want, which will just dictate what my blog looks like, and you can do some more customizing later on if you want to. At the moment it's just worth choosing something simple. I'm just going to go for awesome, and then create blog, and it's basically set up and ready to use. But before we can use it, we need to set some very important privacy settings on our blog. It's very important that when you have a blog that you're in control of who can see it and who can post on it and who can comment on it. And as this is a school coursework blog, it's particularly important that we manage that. So when you're on your home page for Blogger, the first thing you need to do is access the settings. So if I go to this middle button here, more options, click the down arrow, and I go to settings, and this brings up some very basic and simple settings. Basic settings, which we're going to look at in a minute: publishing, that's my address at the moment, and permissions, which we'll come to shortly. So I can change, notice that I can change the title of my blog if I want to, and I could add a description if I want to. I'm not going to. The thing I am going to look at is the privacy of my blog. Now at the moment it tells me that my blog is listed on Blogger and it's visible to search engines, which means that somebody could Google for my blog and find it. For the moment we're going to switch that off. So I'm going to click edit, and privacy, I'm going to go add blog to listings, no. Let search engines find your blog, no. Okay, so obviously it means you need to know where your blog is, but it means people can't just randomly find it. And I click save changes, and that's now done. So I'm now not listed on Blogger, can't be seen by search engines. At the bottom here I've got permissions. Now at the moment the only person who can author my blog or write on it is me. Test Google, that's the email address I'm using, and I'm the admin, I'm the sole writer on that. I can add authors if I want to. Okay, now I actually don't want to invite anybody else to write on my blog, and I wouldn't yet either. If I were you, I would leave that, so I'll cancel that. What I'm also going to set is the readership of my blog, and we may well change this later. Okay, you can change your settings later on if you want other people to be able to see it, but to start with we're going to keep it completely private. So I'm going to click edit, and I've got a variety of settings. Anybody can read my blog by default, only blog authors, so very specific people, or sorry, only people who are authors of blogs, or only these readers. Now in this box at the moment, the only person you want to be reading your blog is your teacher, because your teacher needs to read your blog to be able to mark work and to be able to comment on your work, so you know what to do to improve it. So I'm going to click add readers, and this is the point where your teacher will give you an email address, their email address, and you need to add that email address. So it would be something like my teacher at finhampark.co.uk. Now obviously that's not a real address, but it's one which we're going to use for the moment. Okay, and oops, my blog readership I didn't change, I need to go back to that, and only these readers. Okay, there we go. So only the person that I've added to the blog can do that. So what I'm going to do after that is I'm going to now look at posts and comments. Okay, so posts and comments, who do you want to be able to post on your blog? We're going to set that to user with Google accounts, and that will be your teacher. Other people won't know the address of your blog anyway, so the only person that will be able to do that is your teacher. So you're going to click user with Google accounts, and at the top you've got an option to save settings. We're not going to tweak any of the other settings at the moment about how many posts you can show. We'll worry about things like post templates to start with. Remember, we're just setting up a simple blog today. You can always make changes later. Then we click save settings. Okay, and that is it. What we've done now is we've created a simple blog. We've made it so it's not visible to other people on the web. We've selected who can read the blog, and we've selected who can post on the blog, and all that remains now is for you to actually start to use your blog. Now at the top here you've got a little toolbar. This allows you to create a new post. Everything you write on your blog is called a post. You can view your blog and see what it looks like on the web, or you can view posts that you've made. So if you were to click view blog, at the moment it wouldn't look very much. Okay, so the only person who can add to it currently is me, and I can edit that from there. Okay, so I can go back. Right, now if I want to create a new post, let's do that. Click the pencil, and you end up with a very simple online interface, just like this one here. And you can see that if I want to type, I just add my post here. I can change formatting, I can change the colour of my text if I want to. I can look at the different fonts that I've got. A limited number of fonts, doesn't matter too much, we're keeping it simple. And then if I want to add a link, I can do that. So sometimes in your coursework you might want to link to a website. If you're talking about a particular website, you might want to insert an image that you've saved. Maybe you've created an image and you want to showcase that image. You can even insert a video, and that will allow you to embed any video content that you've seen as well. So you could actually go straight even from YouTube, or any videos from generally from YouTube, from your own YouTube channel if you have one, or even from your phone or a webcam. We're not going to upload a video now, but you can see how straightforward it is to post. So I'm just going to make my first post. Hello world, and then I can preview my post to see what it would look like. There it is. And then if I want to, if I'm happy with it, I can just publish it, and if I'm not happy with it, I don't have to. I'm just going to go publish, and hopefully that will work. Oh no, that's for publishing. Sorry, that's for publishing comments, which I don't want to do. So that's worked okay. And then I'm going to go back to there. I've clicked the tab to go back to there, and then I'm going to go publish, and there it is. Okay, and there's my post. And if I view my blog now, that's what it looks like. So that's just a simple run through of how to create my blog. The thing that I would do now is I would make sure that I give my teacher, what you need to do is you need to give your teacher your address of your blog so they can find it, because remember, they can't Google it. And what you also need to do is make sure they have your password, because they may well need to give you your password in case you forget it. Your password will be safe with your teacher, because remember, this is just a piece of schoolwork. And if you want to do a personal blog and want to do something on your own, that's fine, but you need to create a different one from this one. Okay, so this is a simple run through of how to create a blog in Google Blogger. Why don't you have a go yourself and see what you can come up with?